Now we will learn about the characteristics used to define the performance of transducers. So basically the output from a transducer could be static or dynamic, which means that it will be stable or fluctuating. So based on this, the characteristics are divided into static characteristics as well as dynamic characteristics. We will deal with the dynamic part in the later modules, and now we will concentrate on the static characteristics. So once again, the static characteristic are the values given when the output from the transducer has settled down, is stable. So if we consider a step input which is a signal which varies from 0 to a constant value initially and then remains constant in that value. So in that case of a input signal, the transducer will be giving a fluctuated output initially, and then it settles down to a stable output. So the initial time phase where the transducer is giving out a fluctuated variations or the fluctuated output, that will be the dynamic phase, and the later stage will be the static phase. So to define this static phase, certain terminologies are used or certain properties are used. These are the response time, time constant, rise time, and settling time. So we will now see how or what these four terminologies mean. So the first one is the response time. This is the time which elapses after a constant input is applied and a certain value of the output is or the full output is obtained. So if we are considering the example of a normal mercury thermometer, now in this process initially we dip the tip of the thermometer in a hot liquid of which of the temperature of which it is to be measured. So once we dip the tip of the thermometer, the mercury in the tube will rise gradually but not instantaneously, and it will reach the final value after some time. So that time gap between when we dip the tip of the thermometer to the thermometer showing the final value is known as the response time. Usually it is measured as the initial point to the 95% of the final output value. So the next one is the time constant. It is basically the measure of the inertia of the sensor. That means how fast it can respond to a input signal. It is given as the 63.2 percentage value of the final output value to be reached. Time required for the initial output to 63.2 percentage output value of the total output. This is a very significant characteristics of a transducer. Higher the time constant, slower will be the transducer to respond to a signal. The max behind the 63.2 value we will deal with that later. The next one is the rise time. It is the time taken for the output to rise from some specified value to a next specified value. For example, in most cases, it is the time taken for the output to rise from 10% final output value to 95% of the final output value. And the final one is the settling time. So in the case of the thermometer, we saw that once we give the input, we dip the tip of the thermometer in the liquid, the mercury rises and reaches the final value. However, there may be some sort of fluctuations in the final value and the mercury level may be fluctuating. If this variation in the fluctuations are limited to a 2% value, then we consider the final output to be settled. That time is required by the transducer or this thermometer to rise from the zero value to the settled value. That means it could reach the final output value and then again go down. If that's the case, then settling time will not be considered. So we will now try to explain these four terms using a graph, which is the response of a transducer to a step input. So this graph shows the output value at steady state to the time scale, to the variation of the time. So we can see that the output initially begins from 0, then gradually it reaches the 100% of the final output value. So we saw that the steady state output is the time taken from the for the output to reach the 95% of the final output value, 100% of the final output value. So in this case, this is the 95% of the final output value. So corresponding to that on the time scale, we will get the response time. Okay. Now the second one is the time constant. This one we saw that is the time taken for the transducer to reach the 63.2% of the final output value. So again we plot it to the time scale and we get the time constant. The next one is the rise time, which is the time taken for the output to vary from 10%. Let's say this is the 10% and this is the 95% value. So it will be the time taken, sorry, it will be the time taken for the corresponding change from here to this value. So this interval will be the rise time. And finally the settling time, we can see that the here the output is reached the 100%. After this, if the output may vary with slight fluctuations, and then if it is fluctuating like this, then we can finalize the settling time. However, if the output is varying very less, that is 2% of the final output value, then we can consider the total time taken from 0 to the 100% output value. So the total time taken as the settling time. So this one is the response curve of a thermometer, mercury thermometer. We can see that the steady state value, the final value will be around 55. Now we will try to describe this graph in the class. We will discuss in the class. So go through this and we will find the response time and the time constant value in the class.